We really gotta go ahead.
And welcome to the latest. Oh, come on! I had to go back to that. I just want to thank everyone for joining us today on this episode of the Wild Wild West podcast. Oh, my left is
Is he lagging or is it just me?
down directly below here is the.
I think we're good now. He was lagging though.
Okay, was lagging. Okay, all right. I thought it was just me. Okay.
The Canadian hamsters clearly had some beer, so they were slow.
Fair enough.
Down directly below me is the one and only. He is the one and only, the real Alex Givens. You can catch him on Arrowhead Addict. And also go ahead and follow his other compadres there. We had Arrowhead on that in the last episode. He was great. I loved getting some additional feedback from some of our other AFC West compadres in their other podcasts. And down diagonally, I even got it this time, one shot, is Coach Defense of the Lockdown Defense podcast. Coach, you guys have had some really interesting shows over there on your network. For those that are Chargers fans and around sports fans, go ahead and follow Coach's channel. He both the NFL and the NBA, and you're going to have some pretty interesting content coming up for both of those sports.
Absolutely. Appreciate the shout outs. We're going to circle back around to the Salty Pirate because I think you were lagging, so we didn't hear the intro for him.
He didn't.
Here, I'll help with his intro. Yar!
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
there.
And now,
oh, you bastard! Don't scrub anymore.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, fricker. I didn't cuss.
This time. Just this time.
So, for all of you that have joined us live, thank you very much for joining us. We have an interesting show. We're going to be doing a full AFC West mock with some very brief comments as to the players and or direction in which we goes in. Because like with every mock and like with every real draft, if you are playing couch and armchair general manager, you are targeting a specific position group. And like always, someone else always wants to screw you over. So we're gonna do our best to kind of pick the guys that we actually want. It's true. Let's be honest. We're gonna do our best to go ahead and pick the right direction for our teams, respectively. And without further ado, let's kick it off, guys.
All right.
let's get into this, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm first.
I'm trading Mahomes to the Panthers.
Really? Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I think I like that better.
JK.
Okay.
We don't need to see our mugs. They can see the whole screen.
No, we're ugly enough.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just need to see the players available.
There you go. All right, so
And
let's
actually,
kick it off with the Raiders.
Strange, but the three times I did this yesterday, and it was strange. 3 of the times Jalen Carter was available, and the 4th time Will Anderson was available. Now I know that ain't going to be happening for real, but it was nice that it happened when I did it on the mocks. So
Okay, well, we all can dream, right?
yeah, we all can drink.
Right.
I just want, and I'm going to say it right now. If Tyree Wilson is there, or you know what? If Tyree Wilson is there at 7, I'm thinking that's going to be my pick anyway.
Huh? All right. So as you see, the Raiders got a boatload of picks there. So we got Cap. Hopefully he can make it through without being too salty about his later round picks. But let's get into it. So this is going to be.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but like I said, I did some. I got some good talent in my mock.
Burn the midnight oil, dude. Did some research.
There
Got
you go.
some guys.
There you go. So
My God, is this? Hello, can you like speed it up, or at least for the picks that we don't care about,
it's going to zoom through those. It's going to zoom through those. So we want to worry about that. But y'all got a lot of picks, so I don't want to go too fast on yours because you got a lot of picks.
Okay.
So this is a straight up draft, no trades. So we're gonna go through the Raiders first and see what Cap picks for his beloved Raiders. So with the first overall pick, as we get to the pick 7, Jalen Carter went right before the Raiders pick at 6.
Ooh.
Okay, then I am going to go.
Your boy Tyree's there, man.
Hey, that he is.
Can I get him? Is it happening?
Just tell me who you want, and I'll pick it for you.
Oh, okay. Because I was clicking on Tyree and nothing was happening. I'll take Tyree, babe.
Okay, so Tyree Wilson with the first pick. All righty.
Boom.
All right. The Chargers took Deontay Banks in that draft. That's funny. That is funny.
Running
And y'all
back,
took Will McDonald. The Chiefs took Will McDonald. All right, second round, Cap. What's your top position of need, and who you eyeing?
I tell you, I'm liking that Laporta is there, but I want to see if the linebacker is there. I was thinking about Jack Campbell, seeing if he. Yep, give me some Campbell, baby.
Jack Campbell, second overall pick.
There you go.
6'4", 250 pounds. 6'5", 250. All right. Jack Campbell to the Raiders. That's right. That's right. So we got an edge rusher. We got 2 corners in the draft. What is this about? But the edge rusher and a linebacker. So you're on all defense so far. Okay. All right, third round, Cap. Who you got?
Okay. Let me see. Let me see who the top tight end is.
Top tight end. All right.
Yep.
And we got Tucker Kraft, Schoolmaker, Davis Allen, Zach Kuntz.
Ooh.
Josh Wild.
Okay.
I'm gonna take me some Kraft, baby.
Kraft macaroni and cheese. Okay.
There
That
you
works.
go.
Yeah.
She's crafty.
All right. With the 7th overall pick, you took Tucker Kraft. All righty. I think I got another pick this round, don't you? Or is it later?
Yeah, there's a lot popping.
Yeah, we got 100.
Okay.
That's so many picks left.
I know, right?
We need to start calling out who's available here.
And that guy on top is my pick.
Tanner McKee?
Tanner McKee.
Okay, so you're going quarterback. So you addressing that want and that need for a backup quarterback, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Tanner McKee from Stanford going for pick 100 in the 3rd round to the Raiders.
That's not bad.
That's
I think
not bad.
that's actually the Chiefs pick too. It was.
Okay. All right, pick 109, Cap.
All right. I need me to see me some corners and safeties.
All right, we'll start with the corners. So you got Jalen Jones from Texas A&M, Corey Trice from Purdue, Riley Moss from Iowa, Eli Ricks from Alabama, Kai Blue Kelly from Stanford, Starling Thomas, the 5th from UAB, Jacorian Bennett from Maryland, and Keitrell Clark from Louisville.
And none of these guys have hit my radar.
Yeah.
So, Blackman is a very late pick. I'm not going to be. Yeah, I'll pick him up later if he's still there. What about safeties?
Safeties. All right, let's try the safeties.
I like
Anthony
this.
Johnson, Ronnie Hickman, Jair Brown, Chris Smith, Marty Mapu, Brandon Joseph, Daniel Scott, Jason Taylor II from Oklahoma.
Dang, dude. Brandon Joseph's got hated on.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm thinking, and I see Dean's there, but I think I can pick him up in a round or two and go. And also Torrance, I think I can pick those guys up later on. Give me some Jair Brown, baby. No, wait. What's ADP?
Average draft position, like what pick they are averaging going at.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, gotcha. See, I like Chris Smith as well. I just don't know who's bigger.
Your boy Jack says Eli Ricks, a corner
He
from
does.
Alabama. He is
Chris
there.
Smith is 5'11", 192.
Yeah,
and
he's on the small side.
and Jair is 5'11" as well, 203.
Yeah, okay, so we got some munchkins back there. Who did Jack say?
Eli Ricks.
Corner, Bama.
Okay, well, for Jack's sake, we'll do a corner out of Bama.
Okay. Eli Ricks from Gamma. Okay.
101. You're actually getting them good value there.
Yeah, pretty good. All right. So pick 109 is in. Eli Ricks from Alabama for the Raiders. And we got pick 141 coming
Jack,
up.
yes, Brandon Joseph's still there. He's ranked like 150.
All right.
Oh,
Up again.
Oh, back to back.
Yeah.
Show me some OTs and some OGs.
Got Carter Warren from Pittsburgh. You got Jordan McFadden from Clemson. Brendan Daniels from Utah. Ryan Hayes from Michigan. Asim Richards from North Carolina. Trevor Reed from Louisville. In your top 5 or 6. Interior O-lineman, you got Andrew Voorhees.
Bingo.
There we go. All right, Andrew Voorhees is it. That's his guy.
That's the one who tore his ACL, right?
Is it?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I know somebody did. I think somebody did.
I think he look, he's already projected 117. So,
right.
I mean, I think he was like a second, late first potential pick before that.
Yeah, he was going. He was going to go a little bit higher, but yeah, he got that ACL injury, and that's unfortunate. But
I'll repped out like 225, like 30 times too.
I'll take some Friday the 13th off the board, baby.
Okay, Jason Voorhees is off the board at 141. All right, pick 144. Who you got?
Let me see. Throw me those safeties and corners again.
Corners.
Okay, they're still. I like the fact that they're a little bit low. Show me some beef up front, baby.
D-line.
Yep.
Beef.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's that guy. That guy's huge. Coburn.
Is that big Samoan kid still on the board?
Was Siaka Ika?
Yeah. So
he's gone.
He's gone.
Gone. Okay. See what we got.
Maybe this Tavay. He might be a big Samoan kid.
Actually, smaller. On the smaller end, he's 290.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, he's only 290.
Only 290.
No, it's a different guy.
Yeah, I tell you what. Show me Coburn again.
Coburn is 6'2", 332, 22 years of age.
There you go. That's my boy.
All right. Run stopping Coburn from Texas.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going on to pick 174.
174. Trying to see who's going here. There's your Brandon Joseph one.
Yeah. All right, pick 174. What position we looking at?
Wow, Johnson's still on the board, man.
He is.
Yeah. Well, let me grab that safety.
Anthony Johnson Jr. from Iowa
Yeah.
State.
Yeah.
You got him.
The Cyclone.
Yes, indeed.
Still have 4 picks. That
I know, that's
my
crazy.
mind.
In the 6th round, he still got 4 picks.
And I'm telling you, that's not going to happen. They're going to use at least 3 of those.
They're going to
picks
trade
to
up.
move around.
I agree they're going to trade up. I'm with you there.
Okay. Now, give me some. And I just picked them last time, but give me some Trey Dean, baby.
Safety, if he's still here. Yeah, he's still here. Trey Dean from Florida. You love your Florida Gators, don't you?
Well, I know that those kids. I know what I got with them. I mean, yeah, I'm a little bit of a homer, but they are. I want to see, and you're gonna laugh. Show me the fullback. See if my boy Lupke's still on the board.
Are they even here?
I don't think that's just. Yeah, you've got to look running back.
Yeah,
but he's probably in there.
Give me a name or two. I'll make it search.
Yep.
Hunter
Give me Hunter Lupke.
Okay, there he is. Yep. All right, Hunter Lupke, fullback. All right.
And you guys laugh, but we actually use the fullback.
Yeah, I agree. McDaniel used the fullback.
Ain't nobody left.
Let me see here. Oh! Give me some Ventrell Miller, baby.
Okay. Another
These
Floridian.
are some value picks here.
It really
These
is.
ADPs these guys got.
I know. I
Dang.
know.
Who's drafting
right.
for these other teams?
Right.
Okay,
Last pick.
Mr. Irrelevant for the Raiders.
I already
Right.
got some beef.
Jacksonville.
Show me some tight ends again.
It's got to be Stetson.
Yep, that's about where they were on the board. Yeah, I'll take a Ford out of Louisville.
All right. So, for those who don't know about Marshawn Ford, it's 6'2", 240, redshirt junior out of Louisville.
Hey, off the grid.
Off the grid. All right. So that is the Raiders mock. We're going to get a screenshot of this. We're going to save it. We're going to display it at the end. But yeah, Cap did pretty well for himself in the draft, I must say. The Raiders definitely got better today.
Is it going to kick out some grades here?
Yep. It's going to kick out a grade right now. A minus.
A minus.
A minus for Cap.
Hey, and you know what? Fuck you on Hunter Lupke, because that's a value pick for the guy that is definitely needed. You know, I said we got two tight ends, we got a corner, two safeties. Maybe I went light and didn't get the corners that we needed, but you know what? I still think that we're cooking with gas, baby.
Hey,
Yeah, Tyree got an A grade. They gave Jack Campbell a C. That's crazy. Him and Tucker Craft. I think those are at least B, maybe A players.
Those are bad grades on that.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Coach. But what didn't Eli Ricks wasn't he going into the season projected first round guy?
He was.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that's a very big value pick. You got him in round 4.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I
mean that's a pretty good core of young guys right there. You know, 1 through 5, really.
Yeah, and I think Eli might have been hurt because he didn't perform at the combine. So I think that might have been an issue with his injury, and his draft position may have dropped because he didn't perform at the combine. He's got a little bit of injury bug. So yeah, I think that's the only thing I can really say that's hampering him from being higher in the draft. But yeah, Kaepernick got some good value picks. Like I said, Eli Ricks in the 4th, Voorhees in the 5th. He can use him later on once he recovers from ACL. Coburn, D-line, big 332-pound guy to go along with the 2 guys they drafted last year, so they should be good interior. Anthony Johnson, a good value pick at safety. Another 2 safeties, actually, Trey Dean and Anthony Johnson. You got a fullback in Hunter. How you say his last name, Cap?
Hunter Lupke.
Lupke, there we go. I like Ventrell Miller. I do. I was actually looking at him in the Chargers, getting him late. And another value picker, Marshawn Ford from Louisville, tight end. So that's a pretty solid haul there, bud.
Damn right. Now, only if Ziegler can do as well as I did.
You're right. If you're the GM, I think you're in good hands. Right.
Just send it to him.
I'm going to show you the pick. You send it back, send it to him. Tell him follow your lead.
Yeah, you're a season ticket holder. You can send it in.
Yeah, go. I tell you what, like I said, send me a screen capture there, Coach. Apologies for the F, but you know, they're talking bad about those boys. Those are some damn good picks, if I do say so.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. I applaud your mark. I really do. I really do. All right, so we're gonna reload this thing here. I got the image saved. So just to give you a quick overview, who went first in the first round. Big quick screenshot. Yeah, that's who went in the first. As overall, they got in this mock, you got the Chiefs taking Will McDonald. You got the Chargers taking the Deontay Banks in the first. That's wild. So yeah, of course, Cap picked Tyree Wilson. So yeah, that's a nice little thing. That's a nice little move there. Nice little mock draft in the first round for PFF.
Man.
All right, so let's roll again. So let's start this
time, huh?
Yeah, let's do Chargers next. Why not?
Well, you got the Raiders pick still.
Yeah.
Just so
good luck. Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
We'd have to reset the board on that one.
Exactly. All right, so here we go.
Now, can you take the picks that I had, or are they off the board?
I took them off the board, but I saved the screenshots. So I'm uploaded at the end.
Gotcha.
We got it. We got that A+ grade. Don't you worry.
A-, but same difference.
Hey, and like I said, they gave Lupke a D. That's bad, and they also gave Jack Campbell a C. And that's why I said F that. That's just
I feel like guys are kind of down on Iowa linebackers, though. I mean, Richie knows you got Josie Jewell was like I think the nation's leading tackler every year in college and went in like the 5th round.
Right.
And it's mostly because he's from Iowa. Like they look at him as just maulers that can't move.
SoCal, so he played against Voorhees in high school. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
bet, man.
Nice. Nice. All right. So let's run some boat to the blue here. And go and get these picks for the Chargers.
We got to go RB.
No, we don't. No, we don't. All right, let's crank this thing up here for round 2 of the mock draft.
How many picks you got there, Coach?
7.
Hey, this one, Raiders got Carter.
Yeah.
See, there you go. It can happen.
Oh, yeah. A few people had us mock taking Quentin Johnson. I'm like, that makes no sense. We already have a tall outside receiver already. Why would we do that? So, my guy Zay's on the board. I'm taking him in the first round. Zay Flowers, number 1.
Hey, you know the Chiefs requested he work out with Mahomes.
I saw that today. I saw that.
Oh, it's
Color
gonna be a
me surprised on that. Oh, Cody Mock went in the second round to us. That'd be a good pick.
All right. So let's look at the tight ends here. We got Laporta on the board, Tucker Kraft, Schoonmaker. Now the question is between the tight ends and the wide receivers, because I feel like we're going offense in the first 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Tank Bell is here. We got pushing down towards Marvin Mims at 109.
K-Sean's on the board for you, brother.
I'm good. I'm good.
I actually think that he's got. I mean, granted, he was a little bit. I'll say overrated, but I think underutilized at LSU. I think he's going to pop out.
I mean, I don't doubt that he's going to be a good receiver. He's just a slower end receiver that I'm looking for. We need speed.
Was that the dude that was
side.
having like the after hour parties in his hotel room? Is that who that was?
I don't know, but I do know that he was in a little bit of trouble down in LSU. Color me surprised on that one.
All right.
Let me see if it's the right guy, but
research that for us.
I'm looking.
So, do I value Tucker Kraft or getting Zach Kuntz in a later round? Is the question. Because I could go receiver here. One thing about Laporte I don't like is that he's a little bit on the shorter end for a tight end. That's what I don't like about him. He's a good athlete, but he's a little bit on the shorter end. And Tucker Kraft and Zach Kuntz are 6'5" and 6'6". And good two-way players. Tucker Kraft is definitely a guy. I just convinced myself and talked myself into it.
Yeah, I was just saying I picked up Kuntz in the mock that I had yesterday twice.
Yeah, I'm taking Tucker Kraft because he's a complete tight end. They give him comparisons to Kelsey actually being a good blocking and receiving tight end option. So I definitely went ahead and did that. I think I can maybe snake another wide receiver in the third here. Of course. There's
your boy Booty.
Coach, you're making a mistake. You are not selecting a running back.
No, I'm not.
What's going on?
No, I'm not.
So just to confirm here, that guy, how do you say his name? Booty?
K-Sean Booty.
Booty.
Yeah, he got dismissed from LSU for having a sex party in his hotel room the night before one of the play with like the director of recruiting. Something.
Wow, that a boy.
Well, hey, when you got a name like Boutte, you got to show your Boutte.
Got to. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I understand.
Well, I mean, you literally have a built-in party name. It's called the Booty Party.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Mean, let's call it Duck a Duck. I mean, it's too perfect. You got to use it.
Yeah. Oh man, this one is tough because I like.
Well, what are you taking so far? What do we got?
I'm taking a wide receiver and a tight end.
Okay.
I could either double down on wide receiver here with Trey Palmer. I could go Andre Carter as an edge, which was
sleeper.
Yeah, very good sleeper, and he's a 34 wide 9 defensive end. I could go there. Also could go Riley Moss at corner.
Yeah, but remember with Carter, you're going to lose him for at least 2 years.
Oh, because of his Army commitment.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a non-starter. Also, like Noah Sewell, a linebacker.
I tell you what, is Asul and Toto is going to be. They're going to be some spankers in the NFL, man. They're going to be wonderful.
I agree. What's the chat say? What should I go? Linebacker, corner, wide receiver. Where we at?
Coach, I wonder if that Army guy might be available in like the 5th, which would be a good spot to pick someone that could be a good pick for you, but then kind of not take a high pick on like as a flyer, right?
I've mocked about 100 times. He's never made it out of the 4th.
Okay.
I know. He's like, I know this.
I know this. I know this. Yeah.
Hey, DZ's saying you need a linebacker. Our edge.
Okay. I do like Jamie Robinson out of Florida too, though. Do like that. Jamie.
I swear the names do be getting closer to Key and Peele.
They really do. They really do.
Yeah. It's just like Alabama's got that corner, like Kool-Aid is his name. His first name's Kool-Aid. I can't remember his last name.
Yeah, being that we didn't get Panay, I think we're going to take Noah. We have one of the Sewell brothers in L.A.
Yeah,
gotta go far.
That's a good pick, man. Sewell is a good pick.
Yep. And
we got Tanner McKee at 109.
Riley Moss left. Damn, gun it. And Jacoby. Oh man, y'all taking all my picks. Taking all my picks.
And there's your guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. Of course, the receivers I wanted are gone.
The booty's still there, though.
Yeah, he's still there.
When you got some booty, you got to take that booty.
I don't know, but I feel like that's a guy like that who's dropping, and it's probably dropping because of how he ended his college career could, pan out if you just get him in the right setting and he doesn't keep doing stuff.
Well, he is from LSU, and I will say that the LSU kids, they need to be whooped upside the head with a reality stick, because a lot of them are just, from what I understand.
Well, you're a Florida guy.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying above my natural affinity not to like them. But again, the way that program is, the way that they shake it very loose, that they really need to take a round turn on some of those athletes down there at LSU.
Oh yeah, but I mean, look at like Tyrann Mathieu, right? He went super later because of issues with him in school, and he turned out fine.
Well, I think I'm going to piss him off, but I think I'll have to take Sean Tucker in the 4th if he dropped too far.
Ooh, hey, what's wrong with that? There went the booty.
Yeah.
Well, who'd the booty go to?
I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, Chris Smith went to the Raiders on that. Oh, somebody else went to the Raiders and went so damn fast I didn't see it.
All righty. Oh, hand the card in on this one.
Yeah, there he is.
Got your Voorhees, baby. Got Jason.
Yeah, 5th round. We definitely use a backup lineman.
Guard depth, yeah.
Yeah, definitely for the future. Yep, hand that card in. We'll take him.
I like your thinking on that, Coach.
Rising Rhino, how you doing?
The Rhino.
Oh, Jackson Kirkland was still out there too. I could have went either way.
Ronnie Hickman for the
We
Raiders.
got 2 picks.
Avatar, thank you for joining.
All right, let's see what we got here. I'm looking interior D lineman. I guess my guy, he's still here, but he's on the smaller side.
Yeah,
he's on the smaller side. There was a guy I was looking at. Where is it? Oh man, yeah, they are. Well, I think Slade was on the. Yep, he's the one. Yep. All right, interior D lineman, 315. Jacob Slade from Michigan State. Depth for the D interior D line. And for the last pick, we're going to go best available backup quarterback, depending on who's available. Since we got a linebacker early on.
Oh, Stills. Okay, I saw him. Yep, Trey Dean.
Trey Dean. Yep.
Yep. See, they're getting all the guys that I was picking.
Yeah, Shamari Connor is going to be good too, I believe.
We picked up Rodriguez in the 7th, the kid out of Kentucky who is.
Dude, you got to take Stetson.
I actually like Max Duggan better. As a backup quarterback, I actually like Max Duggan better.
You don't want a 26-year-old rookie?
No. The answer would be no, sir. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think we're going to take a backup quarterback here. We're going to take Max Duggan with the last pick.
That's
I
a
would have
pretty
took Aubrey
solid
Miller
draft,
there.
Coach.
I would have took Aubrey Miller there. We didn't get Sewell earlier in the draft.
Who's Mr. Irrelevant?
Oh, that was a good question. Yeah. All right.
Dang it.
Give me a D on Kraft at F on Sewell. That's crazy. C
Ooh!
plus. Wow.
Love the
Wow.
Voorhees pick, though. Everyone's
Why
big
did
on that.
Sewell it as an F? That's stupid.
It is. I don't get that part. I don't get that part at all.
It's just where they're at on the grade. Like it's skewed by their ratings, anyways.
Right.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then the other thing to remember is that there is absolutely no accounting for the team that actually drafted them either.
Yeah, just all,
Yeah.
it's all based off.
Yeah,
of
it's
where
just
they
yeah,
ranked them and
it's
where
purely
you
based
picked
on
them.
grade. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
So, I
got
mean-
one, Jack. We got one. We got one in the later rounds.
Jake,
What's
All
that?
right.
Yeah.
no edge though. Didn't address the edge.
No, didn't address the edge. No, that was like I said. If Andre Carter, we might lose them
You're
before
gonna
the
be kind of
reserves.
clowny right after this draft.
Well, yeah, it's a possibility. that and Josh Johnson, you know, another safety. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Some depth from the interior. Got a backup quarterback. Got three weapons on the offensive side, and got a linebacker to fill that void that'll probably be left by Kenneth Murray in a year. So yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Noah Sewell's a good thumper. He's a good run stopper. I think he can match up well with Eric Kendricks. Just his pass coverage skills is the only thing gonna be in question early on. But if he works on that, then he'd be a solid linebacker. So not mad at it at all. Not bad at all. I had some better mocks in my prep, but yeah, not bad at all. Not bad overall.
Jack, can you just clarify what you're looking? Are you wanting the YouTube link for our stream so you can like our videos? If that's the case and that's what you're looking for, MH13 Network's the only video stream between Alex and I. And if you'd like that, I will post it.
Of course, our Avatar, you know, go to your gang, man. I ain't letting it go. I've had it for 30 years. I ain't letting it go.
Go Tizzle.
20, at least 25. I think I grew facial hair right about 25 years ago. I think that's about the start of it. All right. So let's rewind here. Let's start with these Chiefs.
Let's go.
The Chiefs.
Like I said, trade Mahomes. Panthers, number one pick. Mixing
It's
it
not
up.
April 1st.
There you go.
Yeah, I would never do that. I can't remember I think it was the Commanders. They actually called on what an offer would take to trade for him.
Really?
I'm like, man, you had to just laugh and hang that one up.
That's desperation.
No,
Right?
honestly, I would love to have heard the response.
That's
Yeah.
pure desperation.
I would have been like, your life.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Kind of like Taken when he's like, good luck. And be like,
We
your
did.
life.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right.
No,
Let's do
Alex,
this.
the only correct answer to that is everything.
Yeah. And then some.
Like
Yeah,
everything.
right?
And then some.
$700 gazillion.
What did Austin? What did Dr. Evil
Yeah.
say? 1 million gajillion 500 million yen.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
All
so
right. So
let's go with these Chiefs.
Yeah, I got I think 10 picks.
Yep.
Definitely need a tackle and edge early.
Let's
So
see what happens.
Let's see what we got. You know, I said, I do think they're going to trade up if whatever side of the ball they're valuing more in this first round. I do see them moving up and not using all 10 of these picks, but we ain't doing that right now. So.
Yeah, according to
Boy,
Mike
dang.
Sarah, Carter was grandfathered in so he could play this year.
Yeah, I do remember there being some big ordeal about it, especially with him because he was at the time, I think, linked to, potential first round pick. So I do think that he doesn't have an issue with his commitments to the Army.
Well,
But,
had I known that, I'd have took him.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. No one's had the
All
battle.
right, so looking here, I said edge or tackle. Really, it looks like the best available ones are Will McDonald or what's that? Dawan Jones out of Ohio State.
Oh, from the
Sorry,
tackle?
guys. Alex, just to quickly jump in, Jack makes a good point. For some of the folks that are joining us live here, they're on their phones. So let's just make sure we keep doing that. I know you are doing that, but let's just make sure we keep doing it.
Hey, I kind of did that, didn't I not?
I just wish I had like a Morgan Freeman voice. It would have been a lot better for me to narrate this. Every thought there.
I do want to say, for the majority of my picks, I picked the player and the position for the most part.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, man.
Fair enough.
All right, so I know when we were on the Bolt Bros podcast, I kind of I had went edge because I said I wanted Darnell Wright or no one. But you know what? For the sake of mocking this, I'm gonna go with Dawan Jones here as a tackle. I think he could play either side.
He's a massive human being.
Hey, I sent you that video of him dunking though, so that sold me. He's got some athletic prowess to him.
I had a feeling you was gonna reconsider after we talked about it after the draft.
I mean, Orlando Brown ain't doing that. That's all I gotta say. And I think that's the guy that comes in, and I know he's played both right and left side, but I know is a surefire thing on the right side if the Jawan Taylor experiment doesn't work out, and I think has enough experience that could be the answer at left tackle as well if that doesn't work out with that free agent signing, like I said. So, I know he's got a second round grade here, but it's the last pick of the first round, so let her rip.
All right,
bring the beast,
Jawan Taylor. So hey, listen,
Alex,
you got size up front.
Alex, I actually love that pick for you guys because basically the end of the first gives you that option for the 5th year, which is a cost control option for a potential really gifted player. And I actually think that's a brilliant move. So good job.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I do agree that it is nice with the first round to get the extra option. So given I went offensive tackle at the first pick, I'm going to look here at what edge rushers are available. I saw a bunch that I was kind of looking at. Oh man, that's tough.
I see what you're looking at.
Yeah, it's a gamble here. I'm looking at Carter. I don't. Okay, what about D tackle? I mean, other biggest need here for KC is D line. I don't like any of these either. All right. Looking at this, I mean, you almost have to, let me see receiver. That's the last thing I need to look at.
Okay.
What about tight end?
Nah, we don't need that right now. Okay. Looking at this here, I'm going to go ahead and just cheer up the edge and take the guy out of USC. I don't even want to try to say that name.
Dude, that's a hell of a pick, man.
I agree. Thule is actually a good player.
Yeah, no, I don't. I do think he's good. I just liked, like Derek Hall or the
Thule tippy toe.
But yeah, I mean, he doesn't quite fit the Spags mold, so I don't know if they would even consider looking at him. But I mean, obviously need edge rusher, and I think he's got more experience and brings more to the table than Carter would. I'm not really sold on Carter because I mean he had that crazy 20-sack season, and then once he kind of got some notoriety, he wasn't performing at that same level. So.
Well, I think honestly say, and I know that there's some USC homers out there, but Tui. Okay, screw it.
Tui.
Yeah, and I like it, and it's like I said on the Bolt Bro show too. They at least made some signings to address the edge, so it's not like whoever they pick's got to just be plugged in and produce early. So I think this is a good, safe pick and addresses the need. So let's do it. Bring more beef.
There you go. There you go.
Where's the beef?
I want to see if I can finesse this board here with this next pick. I took a gamble. Kinda. Oh, damn it.
They took Tyler Scott over Marvin Mims and the Chargers. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I was hoping Mims might fall, but
he didn't. He went and pick after us. He went to the Ravens. Yeah. I
saw it. I seen it. All right. Well, let me see what wide receivers are there because I do see them taking one at some point. The booty. My next pick.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? I'm doing it. Trey Palmer.
Yeah,
Book
that's
it.
a good pick. I was going to pick him too, but he didn't drop far enough.
I was
Yes,
going to say
You know-
Palmer's a better pick than Boutte, but
I
that's
agree. I agree with that.
Palmer's a speeder.
Palmer's a better pick.
Now, kind of with these, I mean, they have a bunch more picks here, but those were the biggest needs: is edge and D line. So I did address the edge here. So I'm looking at these two tackles. I think I do need to take an interior D lineman because right now there's only Chris Jones and Derek Nandi. So, looking at those two, I'm going to go with. Yeah, I'm not sold on Wake Forest guys. They just don't do it for me. I'm going to go with the Jomo here. Although I think he is more of a predominant run stuffing interior presence, but I mean they need that depth. Yeah,
he got a 91 percentile run defense grade. So yeah.
I mean, pass isn't terrible, and I mean, yeah. So yeah, we'll go with. Actually, it says he's good at pass. I thought he was more. Maybe I'm thinking of the other guy from Texas, but I think that he at least brings in good depth in the D line, and it appears to have some pass rushing abilities, which is something that I think that they need to address because right now it's really only Chris Jones, and I think adding depth and guys that can bring more of that to the table. Well, I'm doing it. So, go ahead.
And DZ, at Booty's party, I don't believe there was much sleeping done, except people may have been sleeping with him.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what was going on.
There you go.
Oh, he had a Bye Felicia party, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So I got. All right. So I just suggested. Oh, and Sewell went 133. All right.
Yep. Pick right before you.
All right. So I just went interior D line. I could double down again with Kobe Turner. I know some people that we've talked to are pretty high on him. I'm also kind of looking at Eli Ricks and think that wouldn't be a bad play either. Mainly because I know they loaded up on defense last year in the draft and have a lot of young secondary players that contributed, but there's a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot of rumors right now on L'Jarius Sneed because he's in a contract year. And potentially moving on from him. So I don't think it's a bad play to add depth to the secondary here and get a guy that in Eli Ricks, I know he's already on the Raiders kind of, but we're going to go ahead and take him for this mock as well. I mean, because I think you can't go wrong adding depth, and I think he's got the most, to bring to the table with who's left on the board. So
That's okay. I drafted him first. That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
And by the way, Coach, I drafted Voorhees first. I got it. I know.
Yeah, you're allowed. You're allowed to have him. You're allowed to have him.
We know. All right.
Right. I just tried out my smug to see
Last
how
game of
it
the season.
All right, pick 166.
Ooh, all right. So I got one coming up again here shortly.
Hey, Fehoko is going to be a.
I know that's who I'm looking at because I've talked about him before on this show as well.
Yeah, Fehoko.
I think he's going to be a sleeper. He's a small school guy, but I mean had a crazy amount of pressures. And
his size is good too. He's got good measurables.
So, yeah, go ahead and give me Fehoko. That shores up, brings in more depth on the edge and more beef.
See, you guys thought I wasn't freaking studying.
Paying attention.
All right, so four more picks here.
I did my homework, baby.
That's you did.
Let me see.
Proud of you, Cap.
Right now.
It's incredible how much rum can help you retain information.
Tell him.
How much?
All right. I'm doing it early, man, but give me Evan Hull, Northwestern.
All right.
Captain,
I see them taking a running back later on because, as I said, they got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who seems like they're out on, and they have not re-signed McKinnon. So right now it's Pacheco and Edward Hilaire. So I do see him adding a little depth to the running back room, either in a later signing or someone later in the draft. And Evan Hull seems like a pretty good prospect to take. So
Awesome.
cool with that one. So we got 3
Awesome.
picks left here. All right, let me. What kind of other what tackles are left?
Tackles.
Yeah,
I tell you, man. Get garage.
Florida, of course,
the garage.
Can't go wrong with the Florida boys.
Dude, and again, I know I am biased, but that kid is going to be a damn good tackle. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Okay, what about we see linebackers? Actually, we don't need linebackers. We see safeties.
You got Dean and Torrance still there, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chamari Connor too. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and give me Dean.
Again, even though I
You
And
had
Jack-
him first.
Jack,
Yeah.
I posted the link in the two in Captain's YouTube as well as Coach, and I put it on the screen. I'll post it again in a minute.
Awesome.
All right. Let me go back to the tackles and see if that Florida guy's there. If so, I'll use a pick on that. I think it's not. Oh no, he's not.
He's gone. I guess
All
Cap was
right.
right. I guess Cap was right.
Don't ever let the car get out of the garage.
I don't really like any of these guys either, so I'm not going to invest anymore in that. All right. What about receiver? I'm always down to double down later. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ass as well. All right. We'll see what that's available, and I'm going to look at that and just
Shorter
surefire.
Shorter was
just
out
need
of
to-
great.
just
Came
need to
over
add
to the
depth.
Gators.
Scrolled. Actually, okay. I'm going to go with the Deshaun Johnson from Toledo. I know that's a guy. He's down at the bottom there, bottom of the page. But I know that is a guy that they have personally brought in on the pre-30 draft visit, and it's a guy that they are big on because he was a Senior Bowl stud, and Beach always finds one of those guys. So I think that is someone they're targeting later and only adds depth to the interior D line. So let's do it. More beef.
All right.
Beef. And the last pick, which is right next to this one. Just scroll down a little bit here. Let me see what else. Man. You know what? Let's just add some secondary depth. Give me Mullins out of Indiana.
All right.
That is a beast.
And there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
Chiefs drafts it in. Let's see what kind of grade he get.
That's a D, I bet. This sucks. I just broke it.
There we go. It took a while to get a lot of picks. A minus. Wow.
Oh!
Wow. A
Damn,
minus.
it hated my Evan and my Trey Palmer pick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey,
A
I'm
good
not
value
mad
later
about
rounds,
that
though.
draft, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, some of it is picked already on the show, but yeah, I mean, I'm not mad about this draft because, like I said, you address all the depth that you need, both on the tackle spot. I think you've sure up some of the concerns with that. Add edge depth, add interior D-line depth, bring in another speedy receiver. Yeah, I think this is a similar. I doubt if these are the players they're targeting, but I think this is kind of a similar frequency of positions that they're going to go after with the draft. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Got that saved up, and
I'm
now-
not a fan of that draft, Alex, because that makes the Chiefs a lot better.
yeah, right.
Like, I'm not. Like,
Well, and another thing to consider too. I know they have 10 picks, but I really don't think they're going to use them all because I don't even think they have the cap space to
absorb
sign
all those
of
picks.
those. So
Yeah.
I definitely see them moving up for an edge
Yeah.
tackle.
Yeah.
Into the 20s, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the only comment that I have to make there, Alex, that I was wondering if you guys might do is draft your offensive tackle, trade down in the second for the third, to try to accumulate maybe 2 or kind of stack those third round picks. And I do think that you guys will pick a tight end, because I do think you're going to start wanting to bring in a guy for Kelsey to mentor at the tight end position, which is why I brought it up earlier. I mean, look, I was being cheeky to a certain extent, but I was being serious at the same time, in the fact that Kelsey's not getting any younger, and frankly, having him train or work with someone is not a bad thing.
Oh, I know. As much as I hate to admit it, he has to stop playing at some point. It's going to be soon, but I do think that's a possibility. I just don't think that they will do it early, just because of the production they've been able to get. And I know they have a young guy in Noah Gray, who I think's going into his 5th year, but I mean, he's been getting involved more and more every season. So, we'll see what they do with that. But yeah, I think that could be a possibility.
Yeah. And we're working on it, Jack.
Okay.
All right. So we got the Broncos coming up next, and they have 5 picks in the draft, starting with the 3rd round. So let's get Richie's input on what he thinks the Broncos are going to do starting in round 3 on day 3.
Do I get to sleep until we start picking?
Well, it's not going to take that long.
Okay.
I don't think I have time for a
talk
nap.
about the breaking news of Russell Wilson driving into a bunker at Arrowhead Golf Course, though. We do got to talk about that, right?
Well, he tipped a golf cart, didn't he? That whatever it is?
Well,
drove it into the bunker. Looking for
The interesting thing is, it was Justin Simmons, Cortland Sutton, and Russell Wilson, and a mystery person that were playing golf, and they managed to tip a golf cart. I've been playing golf since I was 6 years old. I've never done that. So that takes a special type of skill. We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
So I do think that some of these needs here are rather interesting. I think we have a deeper cornerback room than they're giving us credit for, but I will agree that it is a position group that we do need to pick in terms of the cornerback spot. I also 100% agree that our big need is at the offensive center position. That is atop my list. We all know my feelings on Kush the Push. I do want to also just bust out the fact that I am from Canada here. Bonsoir, bienvenue à mon reportage de la NFL 2023 de la Denver Broncos. That is actually French for welcome to my Denver Broncos 2023 NFL draft. In French, just because I'm Canadian, I like to show off.
I thought he was trying to do for Zach Charbonnet, who's on the screen right now. That's what I thought it was about.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a Charbonnet. You don't pronounce the T in French because, well, they're pretentious that way. But
I said it right.
Yeah. So, can you go over to the interior offensive line? That is the position group that I am curious about at this stage in the draft.
Oh, we already know who you're picking.
Go to the interior offensive line, please, as well.
Okay. Interior or exterior?
Interior offensive line.
Got it.
IOL.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, your guy went.
Sadly, the guys that I was hoping might be there are not.
What's that dude from Minnesota? What's his name? I know you're talking about, though.
Well, I was thinking for, like, you might have the Schmidt guy. You might have there's a few guys that are projected.
Oh, John Michael Schmidt.
Yeah, there's some interesting picks right now where in all of these PFF and these other kind of big board draft type mocks, where these guys are rising up the rankings because of how they've done at various pro days and things like that. And at the end of the day, what you typically see in drafts is you see a rogue guy or two who creep up the board, but you typically don't end up with the volume that we're seeing in these mocks. So the guys that you saw kind of projected for the 3rd round typically end up getting taken in the 3rd and 4th round. So I think Schmidt and some of these other guys will end up falling to where they were originally drafted, because
Yeah.
GMs are more reserved than these other kind of PFF type things. Interior defensive line, please. I'm going Moro Ojima.
Of course, that's your guy.
That's my guy.
Jomo. Back to back.
So we got back-to-back thirds. I don't like any of the centers that are left in the draft. I would rather target maybe a cut candidate from another team, or even go after an undrafted. I think at this stage of the draft, who's left, I don't think are quality enough for the Denver Broncos, because if we're going to draft a center in the third round, I think you need to get a guy that has a projected starter grade at the offensive center position. I don't believe there are any of those guys left. I am going to look further down here and look at Garrett Williams. Can we see his measurables, please?
5'10", 192.
Yeah, one of the smaller. There's a lot of small corners in this draft.
Yeah, there are. I'm a little bit concerned with that kind of height weight combination. I think that there are too many bigger wide receivers that are coming into the NFL that will kind of make guys like this obsolete rather quickly. I think that in order to succeed at the NFL level, you really do need to be at the 6 foot level and still have that mix of height and speed. I'd also like to see the edge position, please.
Huh? Oh, the man, the myth, the legend is still there.
What, Herbig?
No, a Carter.
Herbig.
Can we look at Herbig? I just want to see his measurables and compare kind of what I already know.
6'2", 240.
I like the blend and I like the size, but I think I'm going to go with Carter.
Okay.
What's Carter? 6'5", 270.
Yeah, 256. 6'6",
Yeah.
256.
Yeah, I think the height allows him to potentially bat passes from the edge, or also maybe shift as a mid-sized or even light D end in certain packages. I think you can kind of do some interesting things there. I think you can scheme some interesting things with him. And we also need edge depth. And I think that kind of allowing him to kind of work with the rest of the room is a good thing.
Awesome. Andre Carter, pick 2 for the Broncos.
He's only had 2 picks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only got
I
3 more.
got to work in the morning.
Cap, you're hilarious.
We'll be rolling into the midnight hour. And for my 4th pick, remember, and I got 5 this draft. We're going to wrap it up around 3 o'clock in the morning with the last pick.
I'm going to have to start looking at some kind of less sexy positions here. Can we look at who's left at the interior linebacker position?
Ooh.
Toto, baby. Toto. And Sewell.
Yeah, you might be able to get Toto at your other pick.
What's Dorian Williams' measurables?
He's the lighter. He's on the lighter end.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of a ball hawking
6'1",
freak.
228. Yeah, 228.
No,
He's a coverage
yeah,
guy.
I'm going to pick Dorian Williams. That's the type of guy we need. We have some thumpers like Jewell who are really good at tacklers, but we need guys that can run and tackle kind of as a mix and a blend.
Yeah, he runs a 4.49.
And we need speed like that at the linebacker spot. I'm going to pick Dorian Williams because that's a positional group that we need some help at.
Awesome.
Yeah, I ran a 4.49 once.
And your sleep?
4 days and 49.
No, this time I was doing Johnny Dangerously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom did that to me once.
It's amazing some of these guys still hanging around in their 5th.
Yes,
Right.
there's some interesting guys that are still here.
Sean Tucker,
Absolutely.
Voorhees.
Juice Scruggs, Eli Ricks.
So at this point,
Gotta
given
get
the
the
fact
juice.
that we're picking far enough back, I'm gonna go with Juice Scruggs.
Great pick. Great
Yeah,
pick.
I was just going to say there. And you were talking about starting caliber center. I think he can be there this year, especially with Christian Wood.
I think somebody's gonna get a sleeper with him, and he's gonna be a starter early.
Yeah.
He gonna get him in the later rounds.
Well, I disagree with that. I think that he's the type of guy that will start mid-season once he kind of gets more acclimated to the NFL level.
When I mean early, I mean the first year. I didn't say week one, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Avatar, I said it right. I said my mom did that to me once. Once. You say it twice. I said it the requisite amount of times.
So we've covered the center position. We've covered inside backer, which is rather thin for the Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
We did interior defensive line. And then we just did the offensive center position where I thought we got good value with Juice there at that spot. Can we go ahead and look at who's left at the cornerback spot, please?
Cornerback.
Hey, DTR's on the board for you. You're going to need a quarterback this year.
We have a couple of those, including the one that you guys let go. But can we look at the wide receiver spot?
Oh.
You're good, Avatar. I just wanted to make sure you knew I had it for you, brother.
Can you see if Boyette is there?
Okay. Be gone.
There you go.
All right.
I tell you, I said if you like those Penn State guys, which you had with the guy that you can't keep on the field, Shorter is Penn State, transfer over to Florida, and he is decent size, good hands.
Can you go tight end?
Don't listen to what I say. That's fine.
No. No. Scroll down a little bit.
I think that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not many.
All right, there's not many left. I'm trying to see if there's someone else.
What is this dude? Hold on, the
can you
bottom
go
of
to
that.
running
He's
back?
got, oh,
What? Y'all was both talking at the same time. What'd you say, Rich?
Running back.
Running back.
The kid from Kentucky, Rodriguez.
There's my guy. I'm going to go running back at this spot, and I'm going to go with Heaton Mitchell.
All right.
Again,
kid.
Don't listen to me.
5'8", 179.
The shimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, he ran a 4.3 though.
Right. So he's a guy that I'd like to see. I've always liked guys at the running back, halfback spot, like a Philip Lindsay. We've had some great success with guys like that. And right now in our running back room, we don't have someone like that. And I also think he can compete for the punt returner, kick returner. So I think that's an interesting pick for us, even if he doesn't do it currently.
Gotta compete.
Hey, give Sean Payton a Darren Sproles type guy, right?
That's exactly where I was kind of going with it too, right?
There you go.
Yeah. And I saw Trey Dean picked twice, other than the time I picked him for the Raiders. So I think that's going to happen. I picked him, and then the other two times that he was there on Richie's and somebody else, Dean goes to the Raiders. I like that.
Yeah.
I think
nice solid B grade.
Though, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what it shows though is Broncos are in a tough spot because it's like where they first pick, you have to almost overvalue someone, based on their ranking.
Yeah. So just to kind of speak to this a little bit, we have two major positions of need in the center and like the offensive center spot and the defensive tackle spot. We went really we cut a lot of guys at the D tackle spot, and I really think that we need to bolster both of those positional groups. And I also think that the Broncos have done particularly well in drafting late round cornerbacks and late round safeties in the defensive backfield. We've done really, really well in those types of things. So I think we can get some UDFAs in the cornerback spot to compete. I think our GM has a great eye for that. And I think that we're going to start kind of pulling in some interesting people. But I think we needed to bolster that interior defensive line. And I think that my pick there is going to, at the very least, compete and potentially develop into a great NFL player. And I think we need someone like that.
Awesome. All right. So let's move this off of here. And
everyone.
there you go. So hold on. There we go. Get out of here.
I didn't move.
Didn't do nothing. Yeah, you good.
That wasn't me.
I like this. We got the board in the background. Look at that.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to do an easy way to do this.
Jack, just so you know, Alex doesn't actually have a direct channel. He's affiliated with Arrowhead Addict, but I have been wanting Alex to kind of have some, at the minimum, YouTube shorts of him giving his feedback on the Chiefs, because I think his opinion is quite a valuable one for the Chiefs. He provides a different perspective, certainly a more intellectual one than most within Chiefs Kingdom. And frankly, I hope that he does put some, individualized content out there. And frankly, if he really wants, I'm pretty sure we could work with him at the MHRT network and get him kind of a unique shorts channel where he might be able to put out some individual stuff on the Chiefs to get some content out there for him. Because honestly, I think he's got some fantastic concepts and ideas for his team.
Yeah.
Stop, you guys.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys. Really put me on the spot, though. On live here.
If you notice, he went a little red there.
Yeah.
That just matched his shirt, which is a fantastic addition.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's coming out of his smugness for just
I think it's the
that.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the light.
Let's see here.
I
Where
swear
are
it's
you?
dusty in here.
Holy crap, Kenna's phone is at 60%. Somebody called the National Guard because somebody probably kidnapped Kenna, and somebody is body snatching him, the fact that he has 60% on his phone right now.
Wow.
Why? Keeps it charged?
Because it's normally at like 12.
Oh.
Oh, okay. There it is. There it is. All right. Let me pull up this here.
I just roast my battery. My phone just sits on a charger all day. Probably not good for it.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Jack, I think Richie's grade was it B plus? B plus?
Mhm.
Yeah, Richie had a B. I had an A minus. I think the Chiefs had an A minus. Coach, I think you had an A, right?
C+.
No, C plus.
B plus. Okay.
They did Coach dirty.
Yeah, they didn't like me very much. I guess because I'm moderating. They didn't like mine too much. All right, here we go. Let's pop this
You
bad
didn't
boy
go
up here.
Sean, that's why.
That's probably why. Yeah, probably hated
If you
on me
would have
because I
done that,
didn't
they
do
would have
that.
been like, hey.
There you go. Let's go full screen here. Where we at here?
View.
Yeah. Trying to get this out of there. There we go. All right. So we got that's the Raiders started off with Tyree Wilson, Jack Campbell, Tucker Kraft, Tanner McKee, Eli Ricks, Andrew Voorhees, Coburn from Texas, Anthony Johnson, Iowa State, Trey Dean, Florida, Hunter, fullback. I can't pronounce his last name.
Lukey, baby.
Lukey. Ventrell Miller and Marshawn Ford with an A- grade from PFF. How many picks is that? Like 10?
12.
12 picks. 12 picks. That's a good haul. You got A- with 12 picks. That's great. The Chargers mark was Zay Flowers, Tucker Kraft, Noah Sewell, Sean Tucker, Andrew Voorhees, Jacob Slade, and Max Duggan. We ended with a C+.
I don't know why I didn't like the Sewell.
I don't either. I think that was good value for that particular round that we got him in, but hey. All right, so the Chiefs got a DeJuan Jones first round. Tippy toes, what he said? The coach?
Tippy toes.
Cap?
Tippy toes, baby. Tippy
Tippy
toes.
Trey Palmer in the third. Ojamo in the fourth. They got Eli Ricks, Fiocco, Evan Hull, Trey Dean, Deshaun Johnson, and Taywan Mullen. And got an A-. So we got two A-. Huh?
Graded mine a Jomo pick, and look how graded Richie's.
Exactly.
I was just going to say that. They gave you an A+, and they gave Richie Riche like a D.
No, they gave me an F.
Because I got him. He was ranked 88th. I got him 122. That's the only thing it looks at.
Well,
You know.
why didn't it pop up? Hold on. It didn't pop up Richie's draft on here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, friggin' Broncos always holding us back.
Damn Broncos.
Damn Broncos.
I do think out of all of it, well, I better wait till we look at Richie's one more time.
I do actually think that there's the potential that in one of our third round picks that they might trade back. But our GM had a philosophy of intentionally picking back-to-backs to trade to get picks like that. He likes bracketing, and he likes doing that so that he can target specific players. And I mean, if we're going to be perfectly honest, I do think that we're going to see at least one of our wide receivers get traded that's currently on our roster on draft day.
That's what I was going to ask, if they move Judy or Sutton to move up and get like a center they really love or something like that.
I actually think if anything, they're going to move on from Judy because I think that they can find other guys that that could come in and fill that spot, and they're going to try to target a second round pick for him as opposed to, what people have been predicting as a third. So that's just my take.
All right, and they're the Broncos. So you had Ojimo. He had an F grade on the third round. That's weird. Maybe it was because he drafted him higher than you did in the fourth. And they got Andre Carter, got a C grade in the third as well. Dorian Wilson got a B grade, linebacker, 108. Drew Scruggs with A grade is fit in the fifth round. In the sixth round, Keith Mitchell, Mr. 4340, A plus, and pick 195, and he got a B grade. So we got 2 A minuses, a B, and a C plus to round out the mock draft. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Well, and I do think that what makes it really interesting for the Broncos is they have done nothing to help them in the draft. We have 5 picks, and they've done nothing to try to get picks that are higher, right? And so it's just one of those things where when you do a draft like this, when the Broncos have put themselves in this position, because who needs draft picks as long as you have a coach and a quarterback? We put ourselves in this spot. So I think it's an interesting piece. And that's why I truly do believe our GM is going to trade a player to try to get into the second round.
Okay. All right.
Man, Anthony Johnson fallen so far.
I know, right?
Wild.
I know, right?
Who do you guys think had the best draft?
Yeah, put it in the chat. Who had the best draft out of all 4 of us?
I personally think Cap did, honestly.
I did too. I mean, I do too. I think all the picks he had and the amount of value he got.
And all the needs. And, literally filled everything. Even got a fullback.
He even got a fullback. Not the deal. He even got a fullback.
Well, I also think that what Captain's done here is he's backfilled the tight end position, which was gutted this offseason.
Yeah, with crab macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. And then I also think that you have the potential here with some of your UDFAs to maybe bring in even another tight end, just because the Raiders do have such a need at that spot that tight ends that are left at the end of the draft will want to go to the Raiders because there's a legit chance
they got Hooper too, right?
Yeah.
They got Hooper and OJ Howard.
We got Triple H, man. We got Hooper, Howard, and Horsted.
There you go. There you go.
And I think the only thing that I really missed on my draft is that I would have liked to have gotten another corner, but I think that between Campbell and Ventrell Miller, I did very well at linebacker. Because Ventrell is a linebacker slash edge anyway, and the fact I picked up Voorhees, who definitely we need another guard, and we need a tackle, but we need a guard more, and I'm glad that we got. And then, like I said, with McKee, everybody hates on, or I should say everybody, but a bunch of people hate on McKee, but I really think that due to his stature, his intangibles, and the fact that kid's smart, that'll be a quarterback.
That's a McDaniel's pick 100%.
Yeah, PFF loved it. A plus.
No, but I actually think it's probably more like an A++, because when you think of where he went to college it's a high intellect college. It's one of those institutions that requires you to not just be a gifted athlete to go there. You actually have to have, the mental, the academic component to it as well. Otherwise, you'll literally flunk out, like you're done. So I actually think that he's the type of guy that McDaniels would certainly want on his team, because he can kind of step him up over the course of this season to potentially fill in for when we'll call it porn star Jimmy decides to get hurt and fraternize with the Vegas showgirls.
It shouldn't take long. He's in Vegas, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, and people tell me this, and I honestly think that it was the system with Shanahan, with him getting hurt more, because I think he was hurt once in New England, but I think it was more Shanahan's system getting him hurt rather than him just being a hurt dude anyway. I think that providing we get some decent O linemen to keep him out of trouble, and the quick options, we got enough receivers out there that and a decent running game that will help him be on the field a little bit more this year. I really do.
Yeah, I actually think that I find it really interesting how some of these guys are graded in the draft. I mean, obviously, the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed with PFF when we look at these is team fit matters. There's a I mean, like for example, some of the defensive guys that were drafted, that we all drafted, they were ranked really low. Well, what happens if their positional fit is better for our teams and our defensive coordinators? Why is that not being factored in? Why are certain wide receivers that are maybe speed guys? Well, for example, Andy Reid has shown that speed guys, he can fit them in really well into his system and kind of use them to their best ability. I think certain teams have got certain molds that they do really well with, and their head coaches play a huge role in that. I also think that, Captain, I think that your team is likely poised to trade Renfro. I also think that there's going to be several suitors that are going to want him, because I think he's a proven player, proven commodity, and will make a team significantly better, because I think he's a gifted player. So I actually think that you stand to gain maybe a third round this year and maybe a fourth round next year for Renfro, or something to that effect, or maybe a third round this year and a second round next year, something like that, for a Renfro, because he has done some really good things in the league. And then I think that you can then draft a slot guy in the draft that maybe fits a McDaniels mold and draft late, because McDaniels picked Welker as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, but we also picked up Dorsett, who is a slot guy, along with Jacoby Myers. And Dorsett, I think, was used, underutilized, and/or flamed out, and a change of scenery will make Dorsett a lot better.
I don't disagree with that, but
he's a New England guy too, though.
McDaniels and New England have guys that fit as cogs, and that's their mentality, which is, can you do this thing? And if the answer is yes, then do it really well. That's literally what their thing is, which is, you need to do A, B, and C. Now kill it.
Yeah.
We don't want you to do anything else. Just do those three things and go. And I think that you're going to start seeing more of that mentality in with the Las Vegas Raiders, in my opinion.
And Jack is hating on my fullback, but trust me, a guy of his stature at that, I don't care what PFF says. That's why you dropped that F-bomb, which was, I apologize for. But I think Lukey is, from what I've been, again, I did homework on this because, you guys had, he ain't going to do it. But I did. Lukey is a great fullback in that system, and we're going to need to replace Jakob Johnson eventually. Might not be this year, obviously, but have him in the system. And if he keeps around on the practice squad, I think that'll be a good pickup for the Raiders.
Awesome.
Well, if you draft a guy at that spot at the fullback position, you have to move on, and he has to be your starter.
Well, and I mean,
Not
he could be a
necessarily.
good special teams player, though. I mean, you
Exactly.
can value him playing every special teams, everything.
What
else.
is his height, if you don't mind? I don't know a ton about him. What's his height?
I don't recall. I just I got some good information from others on him, and even
see if I can find him.
Was touting.
So my only exception to a guy like that, if you're going to pick him where you are, is he's got to be a tight end and fullback in order to make the roster. Otherwise, another team will pick him up as their starting fullback if you try to slide him on the practice squad, because he's probably the highest rank or best ranked fullback in the draft, and most fullbacks
might be the only one.
Yeah, and he might be the only guy drafted. And so if he is the only guy drafted, you really do need to start him. Otherwise, he's not gonna. He'll get picked up by another team because
he's 6'1", 230. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
not tall enough for a tight end, but
He's a true fullback.
but he's a true fullback. He's like,
I don't know though. You look at like the 49ers and how they use Kyle Juszczyk, and
Yeah.
I mean he's
Look,
I think very similar.
Juszczyk's like 300 pounds though, isn't he?
No, that's the guy from Baltimore.
That's the Ravens guy. Yeah, that's the Ravens guy.
Ricard. Yeah.
Ricard, yeah,
He's a
Patrick
deep tackle.
Ricard, yeah, right.
yeah, but that guy's
Well,
a tank.
actually,
He is
I
tank.
would say Luke, if we do draft him, he might get a IR hangnail.
So you can keep
That's
him.
that's how we kept Marquette King on our roster the one year that we had him. We IR'd him when we had Shane. I can't remember
Leckler.
Shane's name, the punter that
Leckler?
really good.
Yeah.
Shane,
Leckler.
thank you, Shane Leckler. We IR'd King because we wanted him to be there, and so he had a mysterious IR. I think he had a hangnail, and we IR'd him for a year. It's been done.
No, I don't say that's not necessarily an issue, but I do think that if you draft a guy at the fullback spot, then he's a guy that you need to start. That's just my opinion. Otherwise, you grab him as a top UDFA, you pay him a boatload of a bonus, and then you do what you're just saying is you kind of say, oh my gosh, you stubbed your toe. Well, you better go on IR. We'll see you next year.
Yeah. Get out.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't say this to anyone. You're hurt.
Yeah. So, I mean, I actually think that we had some really interesting drafts. I think we did our teams well. I think we attempted to make the best of where we were picking at each of those rounds. Now, I do think if we're going to be honest, we would have probably either traded up or traded down in certain positions to.
I think we all agree with that. Yeah.
But we had some parameters that we were wanting to kind of live by as part of this draft, and we kind of stayed true to those. So I think that's a good thing. And Captain did some great homework at the bottom of a rum bottle, so that's fantastic.
Only the best Canadian whiskey, baby. Only the best.
And guys, you literally cannot get that outside of Canada. That is a bottle of maple whiskey that I brought for Cap when we saw each other there in Florida. He may be the only Floridian with a bottle of that, except for the Canadians that travel there, because there's a ton of them. But I do want to say thank you for all of you for joining us live. Coach, let's take a capture of those and let's post them on Twitter for our fans to see kind of what we each picked.
Already on it.
Fantastic. And then, and ladies and gentlemen, we will go ahead and get that posted on our Twitter feed so for all of you to see. And I want to hear your feedback. I want your comments down below. I want each of you to tell us what we should have done, who we missed, why we missed them, although you may not know that one. But who we missed, why you think we should have picked someone else instead. And until next week, guys, this has been a fantastic show. But we are going to have a very special show next week. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of, tip the hand in terms of what we're going to do. We want a fan interactive show leading into the draft. And so we want each and every one of you to be able to join us live, talk about, the show, what you want us to cover, what you want to see in the draft, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start posting the link for the live show. We are going to handle it as a first come, first serve to get you into the show, have you guys talk. So get your webcams ready, get your internet connections polished and ready to go. I will make
Charge
sure
your phone, Jack.
Yep.
It's your time.
Right. Time to shine.
And DZ, I will continue to pronounce the Z in your name in a Canadian way because I am willing to accept whatever smoke you have to come my way. Good luck. And sorry, in my own way, my general comment to something like that is challenge accepted. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next week, this has been the Wild Wild West podcast, where the West Side is the best side. Until next week.
Yeah!
You can still go, even when you feel slow, you can still go, even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no man.